Whether it's January the 1st or the middle of summer, there's never a bad time to decide to make a change. That decision is often accompanied by a commitment or a resolution to go and learn something new. But you already know the bad news. We don't really keep our commitments to ourselves, especially when it comes to building a new habit that's for our own good. But the good news is that learning has never been more accessible, flexible, affordable, wide-ranging and encouraged in the workplace. Now is the perfect time to build a learning habit. So what does that mean? Well, rather than viewing learning as a one-off resolution, what we need to do is build learning into our daily lives. We need to become self-directed learners. And this has never been more important, as learning is necessary to thrive in our fast-changing world. We all need to keep our skills fresh and we need to stay relevant. Luckily for you, I've compiled 6 easy hacks on how to bring your A game when you're ready to build a habit of learning. So number 1, open your mind. One of the things that stops us from learning is our own belief in our ability to learn. You look around and see others you believe are more talented than you are. Psychologist and author Carol Dweck calls this a fixed mindset, which means believing you've either got it or you haven't, and no amount of learning is going to close that gap. Instead, what you can do is cultivate a growth mindset, the belief that you're in control of your own abilities and you can learn and you can improve. Number 2, understand yourself. I hate studying in the morning, no matter how hard I try. And it never ever seems to change, but I'm now aware of this preference, and so I've adjusted my study time accordingly. This awareness is part of metacognition, the personal awareness and understanding of your own decision making and thought processes. And this is when learners plan, monitor, evaluate and make changes to their own learning behaviours. The key here is to develop strategies to help you reach your goal, whether that's adjusting the time of day you devote to your learning, or changing the format of learning, or even shifting your own learning environment. Number 3, keep a deadline in mind. What's motivating you to develop this new skill or pursue this new knowledge? You need to understand what benefits you're going to get from your learning and also by when. Maybe, for example, you have a job interview next week and you want to brush up on your interviewing skills, or you're meeting an international colleague and you would like to sharpen up, say, your German language vocabulary and comprehension. Understanding your own motivations is critical if you're going to learn. Number 4, use your friends, family and co-workers. Adding a social element into your learning can not only be highly effective, but it can also be really fun. We're at our best when we're collaborating, and you can learn with a group of friends or colleagues and help each other along the way. You can engage your family, friends and colleagues in learning the learning process. And if you know someone at work who already has a great habit of learning, go out of your way to spend some time with them. It showed that learners who interact with others are much more likely to succeed. Number 5, exercise. If you're the energetic type who simply can't sit still, then you're going to love this particular learning hack. Whether it's running, lifting or yoga, exercise has been acknowledged as a way of improving your ability to learn. And it's no secret that many highly successful people complete a workout every day. Along with numerous improvements in overall physical health, exercise can also help improve our mental capabilities. A study at the University of Columbia showed that aerobic exercise can lead to increases in the size of the hippocampus, the part of the brain that manages both your memory and your learning. Number 6, find your flow. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act but a habit. This interpretation of a famous Aristotle quote nicely highlights the fact that in order to achieve excellence, an action must be done repeatedly to the point that it can be considered a habit. And the lesson here is that in order to build a habit, you need to create a routine. Try to do a couple of hours at a specific time every week and fit it around your current lifestyle. Whatever you do, try to avoid getting overwhelmed by making your learning habit compete with other things that are important in your life. This is the fastest way to disrupt a new habit that hasn't been fully formed. Instead, make your learning complementary to your existing habits. So building a learning habit doesn't have to start out as a New Year's resolution in order for it to have a positive impact on your life. Remember that you can start at any time and in any area you want to improve. These easy hacks are here to help guide you and keep you on track as you commit to learning a new skill. And learning about how to create powerful learning habits doesn't have to stop here. Check out the on-demand webinar I recently co-hosted with neuroscience expert and learning designer Charlotte Hills called 9 Practical Tips for Using Neuroscience to Power Learning. And you can find the link either above me or in the comments box below. So until next time.